This is Dot. I play Binary on Resting Glitchface. Come check us out on all your major podcatchers. But now, you're listening to Redemption.
This is Redemption, an actual play podcast set in the Star Wars role-playing game system, with Chris Berlew as the GM, and also the droids 11D4 and R3A1.
No, because that would be revenge, and you said revenge is bad.
Andy Fox as the Bothan negotiator, Quinth.
Oh yeah, we have two A1s now.
Kaylee Jung as the Jedi, Karel.
How have you guys survived for the past year and a half?
And Michael Waldschlager II as the Duros pilot, Tazi.
This is a ship for important people, and we are important people.
Episode 806, The Prodigal. With the revelation of the identity of the Fox, the crew is once again faced with decisions as to what path to take. The fog is starting to lift, but will a call to vengeance send the crew down a dark path? And what the kriff has D4 been carrying around for several days?
Alright, let's roll the old destiny pool.
All right.
2 light side.
One dark side.
One dark side.
3 and 2. Alright, we're in the underground cave. Everybody is currently huddled around this mysterious figure.
Okay, Tazi, about your ship. It's not here. It's perfectly safe. The Fang is very, very noticeable, and the Empire that kind of doesn't. They'll shoot it if I bring it here. So it's somewhere else.
But it's safe, yeah?
It's 100% safe.
All right, that's good. That's fine. I trust you.
Underground hangar,
Trust you to keep
I
it
put
safe.
a tarp over it and everything. And A1's watching it. I mean, he's part of the ship. I mean not you, A1, the ship, A1. That's going to get really confusing.
Oh yeah, we have two A1s now.
Yeah,
Yep.
So,
Uh-oh.
what do we...
Let's call the other one Shippy.
Shippy?
I think we're going to we cannot make decisions on that until A1 is here. So let's table this discussion for now. We have a problem here. I mean, you got Master Crook out. That's wonderful. It's one of the reasons I was here. We got Master Crook out, and many other people got out during the ensuing chaos. Now we just need to, get off planet.
We caused a bit of a riot.
So luckily, Captain Freehum was here, and she should be able to take us back.
Yes.
All right, so where are we going, though? Where are we taking Master Crook?
Well, Master, do you have a place you need to go? Otherwise, you can come with us.
I will be fine here. I have associates that will help aid me.
All right. There we go.
Easy.
Are you sure you should stay on planet, Master? It cannot be safe for you here.
This is my home. I will do what I can to defend it. If I need to leave for the safety of the people, I will.
Understood. I don't mean to presume. I apologize. You know better. You know the will of your people better than we do. Certainly, if you want to continue to put yourself at risk, we can't stop you.
You noticed that, you suddenly noticed that Karel's been, looking around the room, looking for something while you were having that discussion.
Karel, you need something?
Tazi, where is Zahn?
Tazi pauses, looks over at Quinth.
Quinth visibly deflates.
Oh, Kark. Oh, I knew it.
Zahn didn't make it. Zahn's life was taken by her mother.
Her mother?
D4 steps forward.
I think it's time you would know. I do not believe it was her mother.
You mean... But they look so alike. How could it not be her mother?
Well, it had to be her mother. She was on the ship with her mother.
That is possible, but I found this in her hand.
And D4 sets down a piece of the blue-skinned Twi'leks Laku.
I believe she took a piece of him before she left.
Where did that come from?
It was in her hand.
Have you been walking around carrying that this whole time?
It has only been a few days.
Again, you've been walking around carrying that for 2 days?
Yes, it is evidence.
Quinth's nostrils flare, and her eyes well up, and she makes fists with both her hands very hard, and seems unable to say anything.
So this is our target. I need to make a hollow call.
We probably should wait till we're not behind enemy lines.
This can't wait.
Then do it right before we leave, because you're going to be drawing a big arrow right at us.
Okay.
Tazi, the Empire is everywhere here. We need to be circumspect.
I know. You're right. You're right. As soon as we hit orbit, as soon as we get off planet, I need to send a call before we hit hyperspace.
Very well. We'll have to acquire a ship creatively.
Bree was going after Zan's mom, and Bree needs to know that that's maybe not the target that they need to be going after.
What is a Bree?
Bree was a Mandalorian that it was an acquaintance of Quint's. Long story short, Bree was being paid to be muscle for us for a while, and then kind of became part of the crew for a bit, and now Bree is on a revenge mission due to their Mandalorian code.
Revenge is something that people shouldn't take advantage of. It only leads to darkness.
I mean, you're absolutely right. We tried to kind of we tried to say that, but codes being what they are, I don't think our message was heard very clearly.
Yes, I understand. I have recently met a few Mandalorians, and they're very, very touchy about their honor.
Yeah, there's the whole make a vow thing. It's a big deal. That being said, Bree's going to go get themselves into a lot more trouble than they can probably handle on their own. I need to warn her. Anyway, so ship. We need a ship, right?
Yes, and the only ships of any worth here are at the starport, so we'll have to acquire one.
Acquire. I am. Well, do you have anybody that is really good at acquiring ships?
Well, I happen to know the galaxy's best hacker.
That's true. That'll get us on the ship.
And I happen to know the galaxy's best pilot.
Yep, that's true.
Where
So
are they?
it seems to me we kind of have what I believe you gamblers say a loaded deck.
Is that pilot on planet?
Technically, it's loaded dice, but continue.
Well, wouldn't you have a loaded deck if you were playing Sabak?
No. The Sabak deck would be stacked. You'd have a
Stacked
stacked
deck. Thank you. I knew it was something like that. It's been a long time since Canto Bite. I can't remember everything. And she walks over and pokes Tazi in the chest. I'm talking about you.
I mean, I know that. I just wanted you to say it.
She punches you in the shoulder. Not really hard, but...
D.
I missed you, Tazi.
I missed you too.
Once we get off-world, we'll catch up. But let's get out of here, find the Fang, and we'll go after your friend, and we'll get you some closure.
I don't know that I believe in closure anymore, Corel, but whatever we can do.
All right, tomorrow's problems tomorrow, today's problems now.
Is that a Jedi thing? I've never heard that before, but I like it.
Yes, it means don't worry about the problems of tomorrow. Let's worry about the problems we have right now.
No, I got the meaning of it.
Don't go borrowing trouble is another way to put it.
It was the meaning was pretty clear. You didn't have to Corel explain that to me.
So, where have you been?
Again, I think we should catch up when we're not, in danger of being captured by the Empire. The short story version of it is we dropped the younglings off with somebody I know who has a place in wild space, and they were able to give me information about a nascent rebellion that is going on. Some of the old separatists have...
Wait, where's nascent?
Nascent. It's a world in the Outer Rim. And, well, that's kind of how I got here. Along with... There's been a few things going on, but again, I told story time later.
So you came here from nascent?
No, I left the Kralitz Fang, came here with Captain Freehump. Can I get to this later?
So the Kralitz Fang is on nascent then?
No, it's not.
Okay, no, I'm
Kralitz
sorry.
Fang is on the planet where I left it, which I don't want to talk about right here in front of everybody.
I thought you said you came from nascent.
8 months ago.
Okay. You're right. Forget it. You're right. Let's move on. Let's just move on. Nascent. I've never heard of that place.
She turns to Master Crook. Is there anything you need, Master, before we go?
I just need some rest.
Very well. It's been a while. Did you receive Master Kenobi's last transmission before everything went dark?
I did.
Very well. May the Force be with you, Master.
And with you as well.
It has so far. We're going to keep going. All right, let's go. We're going to go to the starport and see what we can find.
Tazi will like kind of turn toward Quinth as we start moving away. Hey, are you okay?
Quinth will pick up the severed blue Leiku. No, but I guess that's normal now.
They won't get away with it.
No.
But Corell just said revenge is the wrong thing.
You're right, A1, it is the wrong thing. But they will not get away with this. I promise you, Quinth. They will not get away with this.
Not with Bree tracking them down.
So are we tracking them down, or is just Bree?
We will see.
There's still a lot more to do, A1. And revenge is unfortunately a personal thing that we don't have, well, at least some of us, don't have the luxury of going after.
About this time, Corell comes back she's got a pack, and Tazi, you recognize it looks like her old electro staff, but it's made out of a different metal.
You got that's some upgrade there.
Yeah, it's not really all that safe to go waving a lightsaber around, so I got this made for me on Nascent. It's actually a cortosis weave, so I can use it to block lightsabers when that comes in handy sometimes.
All right, so we decided while you were gone, Corell, that we're not going after revenge. We're going to help you.
Okay. Well, I thought we were going to go find Zan's killer.
No, because that would be revenge, and you said revenge is bad.
Well, we don't do revenge. We bring him to justice.
He works for the Empire. Who are we going to take him to?
The Force.
Isn't the Force all around? I mean, wouldn't the Force just smash him if he wanted him to?
We're going to make him one with the Force.
But that sounds like revenge.
Well, I look at it this way. It's not revenge if we happen to go looking for him to bring him to justice, and I find that he is, a dark side Force user and a Sith, and maybe should be stopped.
Oh, yeah, no, he's a Sith.
Does this fall into like Dooku situations where I could, ostensibly just crack off a blaster shot, and if it happened to land dead square in the chest, it'd be fine?
I mean, if you remember, Dooku actually used the Force to crush your favorite blaster.
No, I know, but I'm saying if we could avoid that circumstance, like, would that be okay?
Well, the question would be, Tazi, why are you doing it?
To put an end to evil instead of getting revenge for the death of a close friend.
I think you're lying.
I can pretty much smell the cark from here.
Why not both?
Both is fine. All we really have are mixed motives anyway.
Why don't we work on this? We'll do some meditation while we're in hyperspace. Think about it.
You think? I'll drink. I think that's a good plan.
So pretty much everything's normal.
As the crew wraps up that little conversation about what revenge is, we swipe over as the crew is stealthily moving up towards the starport. There's a lot of Imperial activity around here.
All right, A1, see if you can find a ship that's relatively, in a deserted area or are not so many guards around it. Nobody's going to look at you twice. I mean, you're a droid, unfortunately. Not unfortunately. I mean, you're a wonderful droid. But it's unfortunate that people don't look at you.
We're still going to use it to our advantage, let's be honest.
Yes, I know, but you know what? A1 and I had 6 months to talk about droid rights movements, and, it's like, he's not quite Zeke level of fanaticism, but, it kind of wore off on me.
We didn't talk about that for the last 6 months.
No.
Shippy and A1 are going to have to play catch up at some point.
I am not calling him Shippy. That is a silly name.
Well, we'll just meld our minds together later.
Yeah. Can you do that? Like some sort of
Not right now.
mind meld of some kind?
How about maybe A12 Electric Boogaloo?
No, it'll be like when D4 and A1 accidentally commingled in the same droid body, and they were kind of the same but not different. But it'll both be all A1, so it'd be like A1 and A1.
Will it kind of be like if there's a separate dimension and you somehow get fused with yourself, you know two timelines at the same time?
What?
Maybe.
Sure.
Who wants a drink?
Not me.
Not right now, Tazi. Let's wait till we get in the air.
That would be preferable.
Let's find a ship.
All right, A1 rolls away. He's moving around through the different ships. About 30 minutes later, he rolls back up. I think our best bet On the southwest side of the starport is a Lambda-class shuttle that's just sitting there. It looks fairly new.
All right. First thing we're going to have to do is see if there's any sort of transponder or anything that'll lead them to us if we take it, but then we're going to have to get off planet really fast.
Guarantee there is one.
Yeah, a Lambda class, that's likely an Imperial ship.
Yeah, usually they use that for important people to move them around.
Yeah, do we want to try something a little less?
We're important people. We need to be moved around. I say let's take this shuttle.
Okay.
Anything else will be bigger, easier to shoot, slower, harder to maneuver.
Oh, that's fair.
The Lambda class doesn't have a lot of firepower, but it's fast.
I appreciate how much you've thought about this, A1.
Yeah, I just want to get out of here. Alive.
All right, let's make our way over there sneakily and see if we can get on without being noticed.
Okay. All right, let's see who has the highest stealth. Oh, wait. I already know the answer to that one.
You do?
It's
D4.
D4.
I guarantee it's D4.
Remember the invisible droid?
Can anybody beat 4 yellows, a green, and 4 blues?
No.
No.
By beat, do you mean severely underperform? Because if so, yes.
All right. D4 steps forward. Perhaps if you follow my lead. And he starts moving through the shadows. So five successes.
5 successes?
Yeah, I was figuring there'd be some advantages, but none. Nope, just 5 successes. D4 leads the group through the shadows to the edge of the landing platform where the Lambda-class shuttle is. All right, now what?
Chris, can I spend a light side point for the gangplank to be down?
Sure. Yep.
All right, so now we just have to walk on board like we belong there, right? We do belong there because this is a ship for important people, and we are important people.
Do we want to cause another distraction?
I mean, I could go on there unnoticed, but
Maybe you and D4?
we could, but the 2-meter-tall, blue-skinned Duro would stick out.
You know, you're probably right.
You are not what the Empire looks for in their normal pilots.
I will stand over here leaning against this crate looking uninterested in this shuttle.
A1, why don't you go on board, take care of all the technical sides, and when we hear the engines power up, we will run for the ship.
Do I look uninterested enough?
Yes, Tazi. Now keep your head down.
Well, that just looks odd.
Well, if you hide behind the crate, they can't see you at all.
But then I look like I'm hiding.
Pretend like you're staring at a tall glass of cold water.
Ugh.
Now he looks
Water.
disgusted. It's not helping.
I'll be back in a minute. And A1 rolls onto the ship.
All right, is everybody ready for a run?
Gwynth has put on a scarf, and she quickly realizes that doesn't actually cover her ears or her snout.
All right. Couple minutes later, Tazi, your comm goes off.
Go for Tazi.
There's people on the ship. I'm going to flip over a dark side point because there's people on the ship.
So it's time for us to cause a distraction, right?
What do you want me to do?
I think it means we're in for a fight when we get on the ship.
No, I have an idea. Approach the troopers and say that you have to vent some gas from the shuttle, and the shuttle must be unoccupied for you to vent all the gas.
All right.
They're troopers. They're not going to be smart enough to realize that you're lying. Are they troopers? Wait. Are they troopers or are they just a regular crew?
Shuttle's crew, yeah.
Okay, they might be smart enough, but I think I have faith in you. I believe you can do this. You got this, little buddy.
Gotcha. See, you want me to lie?
Yes.
Yes.
Lie your little droid dome off.
All right, will do.
Everyone get prepared for a fight because this might not go well.
Look very casually like you're not pulling out your blaster right now.
Looking casual. Just flipping the release on my blaster holster. Looking casual.
How have you guys survived for the past year and a half? I mean, you're just, or are you?
I mean,
oh, okay, I get it. You're doing this to try and be funny. Okay, let's put game face on now.
Literally, it's blind luck and charm, really.
And the ability to lead a riot.
Yeah, we've surprisingly we've led a couple of riots. Quint is not wrong.
Mm-hmm. I have a very high leadership score. It's the best. It's literally the best thing I do.
I don't know what that is, but probably a riot right here at the spaceport is not the best idea.
Did Quinth just say my leadership score is really high?
She did.
The camera cuts over and we see A1 rolls up to the cockpit where the flight crew is. I have orders to vent the plasma discharge from the engines, and you have to evacuate. I'm afraid that it will leak into the cockpit. 3 successes, 2 triumphs,
What?
and 4 threats.
That is A1 summed up as like a character.
So, what do we want to do with the... well, let's start with the triumphs. Obviously, they're going to leave, but how do they triumphantly leave?
How about for the Triumph? They've been doing like maintenance, so some of the floor panels are open, and when the trooper turns to leave, he steps in one by accident because he can't see with his helmet on, and he actually smashes the transponder under his boot.
Okay.
Oh,
Nice.
no.
Nice.
How terrible.
Accidents happen.
How many Triumphs did you get, by the way?
2.
So what do we do for the other Triumph?
This has better guns than we thought.
Oh, that's actually not. Maybe the ship is a newer model of Lambda class. So either there's maybe an engine upgrade, like a speed upgrade, or an armory upgrade.
Okay. We'll figure that out later.
Plastic still on the seats.
It smells like a new shuttle.
It's got the little white pieces of paper in the in where the floor mats would be.
Which means they may not have a lot of other things that we might want, like rations, but, we probably aren't going to be on here for long, I assume.
And we have our 4 threats that we'll figure out later.
Okay, that's not ominous at all.
No, not ominous in the least.
I'm sure it'll be fine, everyone.
All right, so outside we see the troopers file off.
Yep, they exit off the ship. You hear one of them say something along the lines of, this will be a while. Let's go to the bar. And they head towards the cantina.
Once they're clear, Corell will start for the ship.
Yeah, let's go.
Tassi follows.
All right.
Quinth will take off the scarf and follow.
D4 just walks on.
Is it just me, or is this like brand new?
Yeah, you did. It's still got that. It's still got the factory smell.
Yeah.
Something's off. This shouldn't be here like this.
Do you guys smell that? It's an ozone-y electrical smell.
Yeah, that's that blue smoke. Somebody released the blue smoke from the electronics.
Okay, let's seal up the ship and get out of here.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I'll go take a look at the engines and I'll be in touch.
I'll head to the cockpit. Quint, I could use a co.
Okay, good.
A1, do you want to help? You want to give Corell a hand going over the ship?
Sure.
D4, prep for trouble. We're probably gonna have some.
Very well. So we see Tazi and Quint head for the cockpit. A1 plugs in the computers. He looks over at Corell. Oh, they've got some new codes in here. That could be useful. No, in the Empire, they don't change codes. These might be good for 20, 25 years.
Well, that's something good for us at least because there's some... Oh, Kark. Well, we have a problem, A1.
What's that?
The hyperdrive's offline.
I didn't do it.
Well, I didn't say you did it. It's just going to take me a little bit to get it fixed. So, and she starts rummaging through, finding some tools, like still in their packing grease and everything like that.
We should get going at least. I'll go up and let them know what's going on.
Okay.
You get to work.
All right. Yes, sir, Captain A1.
Nope, Chief Engineer. Captain's on the bridge.
You know, we're going to have to talk about that.
I've been the Chief Engineer for a long time.
Never mind. We'll talk about it later.
Okay. And A1 rolls up to the cockpit. Head up for now. Corell's got to fix something in the back. I'll go help her.
What thing, A1?
Just a little part of the engine. No big deal.
Wait,
We'll get it fixed.
a little part of the what now?
No, we can fly. Just head up.
Quinth looks at Tazi, not reassured.
Well, Quint, Corell's a very talented engineer. I'm sure this will be nothing. I guess let's prep for takeoff.
Kark! You carking piece of...
Yeah, as I said, very talented. Very talented. That when you hear that, that's the sound of Corell finessing the engine into high performance mode.
The percussive maintenance that Jedi are so well known for.
Yes, exactly. Percussive maintenance. That's exactly the term that is used to describe what Corell is doing right now. Keep it up, Corell. Keep it up. Anyway, pre-flight checks. Let's get this.
Yeah, Quinth will do whatever she needs to do.
This is interesting. This is This is a newer shuttle model for sure. These controls are a little different than the last Lambda I was on. Hold on.
Will that be a problem?
No problem. I'm a consummate professional. Of course, Quinth, you know that. I'm a consummate professional. This will be no problem at all.
Tassi's going to make a piloting check to make sure that these the new controls are functioning properly.
All right. It's making an average check.
Quinth considers taking up drinking.
He succeeded that.
The present. Oh, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tassi looks at the control panel briefly.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see where they moved that. That's there. So that means this is okay. Thrust is there. All right, we're good.
And Tazi flips a couple of switches and then taps a couple of the buttons, and you can start to hear the engines spool up.
Quinth is going to keep a lookout for trouble.
All right, Quinth, watch. There's 2 sensor panels over there on your side. Watch those. If they get near the red,
Okay. Red is bad.
yell. Red is bad.
Okay.
Hopefully they won't get near the red. If Corell's percussive maintenance goes well, those shouldn't go near the red.
How close to the red is bad?
Tazi, there's a blinking red light on the dashboard where you know the hyperdrive is not ready.
Ignore the red light for now. That means that Corell's not done with maintenance yet. Oh, forget it. Look, the hyperdrive is down. That's what Corell's working on. So we're going to get off the ground. We're going to get into orbit.
The hyperdrive is down?
Quinth, that's perfectly fine. We've been in this situation before. We're going to be fine.
Do you know what the hyperdrive does, Tazi?
Yes.
Because it seems like you don't. Otherwise, you would be freaking out a little bit too.
No. Look, freaking out is not going to get us anywhere. We got to get off the planet, right? So at least if we get off the planet, we can get into orbit. And even if we don't have hyperdrive, we can get a little distance before they blow us out of the sky. So that gives Corell time to work. And again, Corell is essentially a magician with all of this.
And Tazi, puts his hands wide, encompassing the ship.
All of this is something Corell is very good at managing. Corell's got A1 back there. A1 is also very good at all of this.
And again, motions his hands wide.
So we'll be fine. It'll be fine. Everything's going to be fine. Just strap in. Make sure your belt is secure. And watch those red lights over there. Watch those 2 panels there.
Okay. This is how I die.
And Tazi yells over his shoulder,
We're about to take off.
D4 puts his hand on your shoulder.
You are doing fine. Please continue.
Thanks, D4. Appreciate the vote of confidence. Always good to know you're right there, standing very close to me, quietly and surprisingly. Thank you.
D4, do you happen to have anything for like a I don't know what to call it when anxiety gets to be too much, or like the panic of a situation has you more or less unable to move, paralyzed, if you will.
D4 is not a keg body. D4 doesn't carry alcohol. At least not that kind of alcohol, I don't think. Do you have any alcohol in you?
I do not. And currently, Quinth, you do not need to move. Otherwise, I would give you a shot of adrenaline, but for now, you are fine.
Okay, no.
Tazi is the one that needs us to do action. He is the pilot.
Anxiety, something, whatever. Okay, I'm gonna take some deep breaths. I'm gonna make sure that these dials don't go to red.
Deep
I've been in a lot worse situations than this. I am uncertain why I'm responding this way.
No, deep breaths are you know what? It's been this week, this last couple of days has been a lot, Quinth, for everybody, right? So just know that, we have all been through a lot, and I see that you've been through a lot. Okay? We're going to get through this. This will be fine. We're going to get off planet, and then we're going to move on to the next thing. We're going to do the next thing we need to do.
Yes.
Right? We're going to keep moving forward.
Thank you for validating my emotions and reassuring me, Tazi. That's actually extremely helpful.
You're welcome. I just keep watching the dials. You're fine.
Yes,
We're fine.
dials.
We're all fine. Everything's going to be fine.
They're green.
Green is good.
Green is good.
Red is bad, green is good. Corell, we're gonna take off. Are we good? Light's still blinking.
You look back to the back of the ship, and Corell's sitting on the floor, and she's got like the back panel of the shuttle torn open, and there's like literally wires like hanging around her neck, and she's taken off the heavy coat she was wearing and put her pack down, and she's just wearing like what you would consider street clothes. It's more like form-fitting pants and a halter top, and she's just like looks up at you, and there's like a spanner in her mouth, and she's like, "Sure, keep going."
All right. I think that means we can lift off. Yes, we can go. All right, here we go. And everybody hold on. This might be bumpy.
And Dazi attempts to lift off.
Ship lifts off. We see it lift off. We see the two side wings fold out. We see the silhouette of the Lambda-class shuttle flying up into the sky.
Chris, what do I need to roll to the difficulty? Is that for a hard to repair the hyperdrive?
I'll go with 3 purple.
All right, I got 0 successes and 3 advantages on my first attempt to roll it. So I'd say with the advantages, so Corell is like putting pieces back in, like changing wire locations. Looks like she's bypassing something. And Tazi, you get a little burst of like energy, like the ship like lurches forward as your energy level, like your available power goes from like 85 to 95%.
Whoa, red! Oh, no, wait, we're back down to green.
That's good.
A1's going to attempt to assist you.
Okay.
That's going to give you 2 blue dice because he had 2 successes.
You hear Tazi in the cockpit, and Quint, you hear this clearly.
All right, just fly casual. Just gonna fly casual. Flying casual. Nothing to see here, folks. Just flying casual. Just lifting off. Just heading into orbit. Nothing to see.
Why are you so nervous? You've done this before.
Yeah, I'm it's not nervous because I can't do this. It's nervous because there's a lot at stake, and it's I don't really want to talk about it right now. Let me just let's just
Fly casual.
Yes, we're gonna fly casual. Exactly.
Fly casual.
Quinth, can you check the sensors? Let's make sure we're not being followed.
Do I need to roll, or can I just check sensors?
Are there any interested parties? We just want to make sure. Again, we want to be casual.
Get back to you. What was your mechanics roll?
2 failures and 5 advantages.
Okay. So the advantages are you don't have any smoke coming out of the back of the ship, and nothing's dropped you out of the air. But you are getting braking atmosphere now.
I'd say that the advantages are the ship is running at top speed right now. So, like, everything's humming along green. And from the back you hear, what the cart did they do with... I mean, this is the new model, I guess. This doesn't belong here. The hyperdrive accelerator doesn't go into the flange. What is... okay, A1, try rerouting through the duct.
Okay.
Try and do that again and see if you can give me 2 again.
I'll give you 3 this time.
I would like to inspire with rhetoric.
Perfect. Make your leadership check.
3 successes and 2 advantages.
And what does that give us?
That will give you a single blue on all skill checks for a number of round equal to ranks in leadership. And my leadership is at rank 4. So for the next 4 rounds.
What is your inspiry rhetoric?
Yes, what does Quint say?
Corell, you saved a group of Force-sensitive younglings from an intensive attack that took out the entire Jedi Temple, and you have stayed alive this long. So obviously you're good at something, so put that something into what you're doing.
Corell kind of turns her head and looks up front. Thank you, I think. I think that was a compliment. I don't know.
Use the Force.
A1, is she taking some sort of head trauma?
Oh, I'll translate. Pull your head out of the dark place. Get to work.
My head's not... I mean, okay, get me a light, and then I can see in there.
He turns on a light.
Thank you. Okay. A1.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 5 successes and 2 advantages. So Corell replugs in some wires, and Tazi, the red blinking light turns green on your dash.
Hey, see, I told you, Corell.
Great.
Corell, Corell, percussive maintenance. Corell, good job, Corell. Way to go. Let's get the kriff out of here.
Quinth, you were looking at the sensors?
Yeah.
Everything around the planet is Imperial ships. There's a heavy Imperial presence here.
Okay, we are surrounded by Imperials. Like, not just surrounded, like, surrounded.
Okay, well, if they happen to light up our comms, you're in charge.
D4 pats Tazi on the back.
You are doing fantastic. May I ask where we're going?
Oh, Corell knows.
That is a good question. Corell, where are we going?
At that, Corell walks up into the cockpit and drops into the radio/weapons control seat. Yes, A1, take us to Felucia.
All right, Tazi, get out of the chair so I can fly.
I don't know, A1. And she kind of nudges the droid and gives him a wink. I mean, my A1 tends to be a little less, persnickety when it comes to life or death things. So, I mean, I'm just used to that.
Oh, so he's gotten boring. Got it.
No, he's the one that gets holes blown in him before we get fired upon.
Do you have pain receptors, A1? Does that actually hurt?
Kind of.
Huh.
Not in the sense you would think of.
Just use the navigation station. It's what it's there
Just
for.
emotionally?
I am. Tazi, there's a course plotted to Felucia in the computer.
All right, as soon as we get out of atmosphere, we're gone. Everybody buckle in, strap in, hold on. I don't know how fast this thing goes, but if this is an experimental craft or something, we could be in for quite the jump.
Hey, Chris, I'm going to spend a dark side point.
Okay.
And the radio kicks on.
Lambda Shuttle 324, please state your intention and destination.
Tazi looks over to Quinth and points at the comm.
Quinth just looks at him and says, "Punch it, Tazi."
Lambda Shuttle 324, heave to, or you will be fired upon.
Tazi's eyes get a little wider, and he points at the comm as Tazi continues the shuttle's course toward the edge of the atmosphere.
Lambda Shuttle 324, you have illegally absconded with an inquisitorial vehicle. Land now or be fired upon.
Inquisitorial what? Oh,
Tazi, the Twi'lek, the 12th brother, those are called Inquisitors. They're bad news.
I
I think you just stole his ride.
I know that. Well, Quinth, you get us out of this, Quinth. Hurry. Use your silver tongue thing. Use your tongue.
Chris, what am I rolling against?
Average check.
2 successes and 1 triumph.
Okay. What did you say?
This is Lambda Shuttle 324. We are under direct orders from the Inquisitor to move forward without hesitation. We are on a personal errand for the Inquisitor. And I don't know if you know the Inquisitor as well as we do, but the Inquisitor does not like to be kept waiting. And then I punch a button to send clearance codes.
Lambda Shuttle 324, you are cleared to exit Tula airspace.
Roger that. Over and out.
D4 pats Quinth on the back.
Well done.
See, that's why you're so good at this.
Do we get another fun triumphy thing, or...
Whatever you want to do with it.
Andy, what are you going to do with the Triumph?
I think 2 TIE fighters swoop in behind us and escort us out of the atmosphere.
Nice.
Perfect.
I like that. I like that a
That
lot.
works.
So no one else questions us.
All right. The ship shoots off into hyperspace.
All right, well, if no one else minds, I'm going to go see if the 12th brother has any liquor on this ship.
Corell, are Siths, are they, abstinent or anything? Or could this have liquor and, drugs and stuff on it?
I don't know. I don't, subscribe to lifestyles of the Sith and famous.
A1 looks at you guys. It's too bad we don't have somebody on board that spent lots of time with one of them.
And everyone slowly turns and looks at D4.
D4 says,
The Sith do indulge in whatever they desire. They do not have a code like the Jedi. They do follow their emotions in whatever direction it will take them.
I hear that there's probably spice on here, so I'm going to try to find that. That is going to be worth a little bit of money. Or a lot of bit of fun.
D4 steps in Quinth's way.
I feel we need to talk. This is not your normal behavior.
Okay, D4, I'm not actually going to do the spice. I'm going to sell it. It was a joke.
I'm not sure I believe you at this moment.
Are you going to put a shot of adrenaline into my heart and, I don't know, make me all hopped up on that?
Currently, you do not need it. Your vital signs are acceptable.
Acceptable? Considering what we've been through, I think our vital signs are amazing.
That's just one way of saying it.
The fact that we have them.
Very well. But I do feel that we should talk.
And then he steps out of your way and just motions for you to walk towards the back.
Quinth used to be a smuggler. Quinth knows where to look for things. There might be spice on board. I don't know.
What is Quinth doing?
Well, now that I've said that, I feel like Quinth is looking for spice.
Roll a hard perception check.
Oh, perception is not my best skill, but...
And are you worried about anybody seeing you do this?
No.
Okay.
I got 1 triumph and 1 threat.
An idea for the triumph is you found a smuggling compartment.
Yeah.
And inside the smuggling compartment is not just maybe a small quantity of, Star Wars narcotics, a stash of sabers from the various Jedi that this Inquisitor has hunted down.
So Quinth is using her smarts and not her snout and thinking about everything that she's done, every ship she's smuggled things on. She's had quite a career. She's had quite a career of this. And so I think she sees something, I think, on the ceiling, and she asks D4 for a lift.
D4 struggles to lift her up because he's about as strong as Tazi. You managed to get up there.
Yeah. And Quinth kind of knocks in a couple of places and then, swings open a compartment, and a couple small bags of spice-looking powder comes out, neatly sealed. But more importantly than that, 6 lightsabers clatter down. Are those what I think they are?
Yes, they are lightsabers.
What was that? What was that?
D4 turns around.
They are lightsabers and some narcotics.
Lightsabers?
Yes, they are the chosen
No,
weapon.
I know what a lightsaber is. Thank you. Corel?
Thank you for droid-splaining it, D4.
Corel, you may want to take a look at that, maybe?
Corel closes her eyes for a moment and nods. And she gets up and goes back and gathers the 6 lightsabers up and, literally holds one and looks at it and just shakes her head. It's like, most of these I don't know, but I knew this one.
Knew the owner?
Yeah, Syrian Jedi Knight. I saw him when last time we were on course. Well, next to last time we were on. We sparred a little bit, so that's why I recognize it. But he is one with the Force now, so.
Oh.
And she kind of steps back to make sure nobody's within range, and she activates it, and it's this brilliant green saber.
Quinth is stepping back down onto the floor, and her face goes into a moment of recognition. These are trophies. That's disgusting.
Yeah. Well, it's probably how they prove their worth to their master.
That is one way.
I guess it is pretty difficult to take a lightsaber without killing, so it's a pretty good marker.
Carl takes them and puts them in her pack, and then comes back up and sits in the co-pilot seat and kind of stares out the canopy a little bit.
Have you been in contact with any other Jedi, Corel?
Master Reyes was, he's the one who got a hold of me, let me know about Master Crook and everyone else. So, but other than that, I haven't had much contact. Everyone's gone to ground. There are rumors that creep up here and there, but most everybody is laying low because of the inquisitorial forces. They're actively hunting. There's bounties out for every Jedi.
Do you have anywhere we can take those?
Yeah, oh yes, yeah. It's no problem. I just don't want them, rattling around. They might fall into the hyperdrive and break it.
No, they're safer with you.
Well, yes, I'll take care of it later. It's just...
I missed you,
Corell kind of blinks at the abrupt change in subject. It's like, well, I miss you too. It's been a very long and strange 18 months.
I know it wasn't easy for you to go. It wasn't easy for me to let you go. But I'm glad you're back, and I'm glad you're safe.
Corell reaches over and pats your arm. I'm going to get in my told you so right now. I told you that the Force would bring our paths back together.
I know you said that, and I should have believed it. I didn't, and I should have.
Yes, because I'm always right, and you know that.
We're not going to get into that right now.
It's because you cannot refute how right I am. I am the rightest. And she's like grinning at you.
Tazi puts his hand over Corell's and squeezes.
You're right. I'm not gonna argue. I'm not gonna argue right now. We'll have this discussion later. When we're not in a situation that I have to focus on, our safe escaping versus making sure that I am right, which I am.
You could not be more wrong. But again, we should probably table that for a later discussion. You have a radio message to compose.
Yes, I do.
Tazi nods at Corell and then looks over at the comm panel, turns his seat to look at the comm panel, notices this comm panel looks a little bit more advanced than most of the comm panels he's seen. Chris, I'd like to spend a light side point, if we have one.
Yep, go for it.
That this shuttle is equipped with a hyperspace communication module that allows us to send holo messages.
Okay. All right. What message do you want to send?
Tazi's going to look into the comm codes that he's got collected. He'll find Bree's comm code that she left.
So while this sweet scene was happening and Tazi goes to compose his message, Quinth picks up the nicely wrapped parcels of spice, and she stands up, and D4 is just standing there with his hand out and like one of his little chassis open, as in I'll hold this for you. And Quinth just, she puts like one package on, she puts two, she looks at it, she looks at the third one, she puts the third one on his hand, and then D4 looks at her and like uses another hand to like snap, and then she like takes a smaller one out of her pocket and puts it on.
I love the idea of D4's little hand going ting, like the little manipulator.
So D4 puts the spice into the compartment and closes his chassis and walks away.
He turns around and looks at Quinth.
I am proud of you. We still need to talk, though. You have unresolved anger that we need to work through. Perhaps as a group we could sit down and talk about it together. It's not like this ship is very big.
And he looks side to side.
We still need to talk.
Perhaps you could start by listening.
Quinth curls her lip up and finds a jump seat to sit in.
All right. D4 goes over to Tazi.
How are you feeling?
No, not right now. I'm in the middle of I'm in the middle of this call. Just hold on.
Tazi keys in the comm code that Bree provided and is directed to an automated message. Clearly, Bree has provided him with a drop, as it were, or a relay.
Bree, the target has changed. It is not the mother. It is the brother. If you have any questions, please reach out.
The call ends, and Tazi turns back toward Corell, and as Tazi is about to say something, you see Tazi's eyes get really wide, and a panicked look comes across his face.
Oh, kriff.
And he turns back to the holo communicator, keys in Bree's drop code again.
Bree, it's me again. Not the brother number 12. I hope that makes more sense. Not the brother. No, not the brother, but it's a brother, and it's the 12th of those brothers that would be the target, not the mother. Again, if I'm unclear at all, please reach back out.
And then Tazi closes the call and takes a deep breath.
That could have gone poorly. So.
Yeah, actually, I remember Zahn does have a brother.
Yeah, no, that's why that really could have gone poorly. I'm hoping that was clear enough for Bree, because Bree is very good at what she does, and Zahn's family doesn't need to lose any more members than it needs to.
Has anyone told her family?
Not it, yells Quinth.
Well, again, we're fairly sure her mother knows. And her father was, well, kind of involved. Maybe not directly, but kind of.
Oh, Kark.
She does have a sister that
Yes, I was there for that.
I should reach out to.
We had a contact code for her.
Tazi kind of puts his head in his hands.
Okay, I got another call to make.
Corell walks over and, stands next to Tazi and just kind of pats his back.
If you don't mind, Corell, I wouldn't mind some privacy.
Very well. I mean, it's, this ship is 58 feet long, so it's not very private, but come on, A1, D4, come on, let's leave him alone. And she shoos the droids out of the room.
Quinth will pop her head in.
Shoo!
I was joking, Tazi. If you... No. If you want me to be with you or to do it, I will.
No, it's okay.
Okay.
I can do it.
Thank you.
I'm
not sure I can say the words.
Just, don't be too far away, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Just, if you don't mind, you shut the door.
Yeah, so Quinth shuts the door.
And as the door shuts, Tazi will key in the comm code for Zan's sister.
Redemption is played using the Star Wars role-playing system by Fantasy Flight Games and Lucas Books. You can get a hold of us on Twitter at RedemptionPod. You can check us out on our website, redemptionpodcast.com. Like us and give us 5 stars in a review in iTunes or Google Play or anywhere else you get your podcasts. It will certainly make our day. If you'd like to support us, you can go to patreon.com/redemption. Thank you.